Game Over 86 coming back with another video, and today, guys, I'm going to be talking about some Microsoft news, some Xbox news to look forward to 2019, 2020, whenever they're deciding to release the Project Xcloud. I'm going to talk a little bit about it and let you know what the Microsoft CEO says about Project Xcloud, and pretty much what she's thinking about going forward. And I'm going to read a little bit of stuff off. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I want to know, though, at the end of the video, what you guys think about this possibly coming. And they're calling it the Netflix for games. So Netflix for games, the Xbox Project Xcloud. That's what a Microsoft CEO says about it. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. And let's just dive right into it, guys. Microsoft is aiming to change how players choose to enjoy their favorite video games with the Project Xcloud. Let me just jump in there real quick and state, when they say Microsoft is aiming to change how players choose, players have really never had a choice how to enjoy their favorite video games. A lot of the time, if they could choose, they would choose to play their game on their preferred platform no matter what game it is. They would prefer to have unlocked frame rates. They would prefer not to have to pay for a subscription service. If you would, I mean, to be quite honest, I mean, if you guys bought an Xbox and you bought the game, wouldn't it be awesome and you already pay for your internet, plug in the Ethernet port in the back or Wi-Fi or whatever you guys do, load the game, get on, and it's already ran. Wouldn't that be how players choose to enjoy their favorite video games? If anything, console gamers have all over the years have been constricting how gamers enjoy their games and choose how to play their games. But anyway, she says with the Project Xcloud, a streaming service that will be compatible across, it says across consoles, so plural. But I think that's just hearsay, because consoles, plural. Are you counting yours with Nintendo consoles? There's really no other consoles besides that and PlayStation. But anyway, when they state that, it's like, I doubt it. But PCs and mobile devices. According to CEO Satya Nadella, you can accurately describe it as the Netflix for games, she quotes. End quote. So according to the Business Insider, Nadella said that this is actually the term Microsoft used for the nickname for the Project Xcloud internally. So, and that Microsoft will have an advantage against services from other companies because of its back library of games, as well as the Xbox Play Anywhere program, allowing PC and Xbox One players to already play together. I see some positive things from this Netflix. I'm not going to jump into everything, but having streaming become bigger and bigger, even though to me, I personally have never been a big fan of streaming games just because of data cap issues, frame rates, latency, and all that. But they're thinking that hopefully it'll be able to become something big. I'm not saying that they will, but I'm honestly thinking that they're going to try to fix this to where in 2020 or 2021 we're streaming games that, you know, people don't have a problem with. I know Netflix is a big company, and I know that there's a lot of other companies like Vudu and Hulu and Amazon Prime that are doing pretty well. And I know there's other game companies getting in the mix with these console streaming boxes or video game streaming boxes or whatever you want to call it. You know, Amazon's pretty much going to be doing theirs. You got Google jumping in. PlayStation's really hasn't said a whole lot except for their PlayStation Now, but they play their games with PC too. But because of its it says because of its back library of games, so it'll have the advantage over services of other companies. And when they mean other companies, I'm telling you right now, they're meaning Google and Amazon. They're not meaning Sony or Nintendo, because if Nintendo, even though they stream their games, if you got it on their service or whatnot, well, you're paying $20 a year, even though they got to fix that problem. In my opinion, it's not even close. When you look at the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 library alone, that surpasses a lot of the games from the Xbox and the Xbox 360, hands down. I think the PlayStation 2 had actual physical copies were like 2,800, and that was in the States. I think 3,800 total, and that was like Japan and everywhere else counting together. And I think in the States it was like 1,800 games for the PlayStation 1, and for the Xbox I think it's like around 800 and some. I could be off. And then the Xbox 360 was up there around I believe the 1,200 or 1,600 category, I believe. I could be wrong on the numbers. If I am, please leave it down in the comments. I'm just taking a quick kind of guess at it. But that's good. I mean, it's good for people that want to stream games. It's good for people that don't want to go out and buy games or haven't bought games. There are a lot of people that like digital games, and I'm not knocking them for that. More power to you. If you can get the game early, you can download it, you can do a lot of stuff and not have to wait for it in the mail or have to go get it. That's a convenience for a lot of people. My only problem with this is, will it not have latency? And still to this day, we haven't seen a whole lot of these streaming services really produce and perform and been proven to show us that a lot of these big-time AAA games, like a God of War, they were even stating, or Red Dead Redemption 2 possibly coming on mobile devices. I don't know why you'd want to play that game on a mobile. That's just my opinion. But there's a reason why they're considered console games and PC games, and then there's mobile games. And it seems like they're trying to mix both of them together, and it may work, it may not. I know Netflix, when it first started out, wasn't the best. A lot of people complained about some of the just old movies being on there and just titles that weren't really appealing, and then they started making, Netflix exclusives or, specials. They brought a lot of new stuff to it to keep the fans or the people that were supporting Netflix on board. And, with Redbox and all these other streaming devices or way to get movies, a lot of these companies are trying to figure out better ways to bring all these games for millions of people around the world, and not particular this just strictly one console, one platform. And I'm gonna end it right here. I still believe, and I'm critical of Microsoft because I want Microsoft to do good, just like I want any other company to do good for the consumers. I'm not going to say that they're always doing great because I'm critical. And I do believe if they wouldn't have had such a rough Xbox One new gen, whatever you want to call it, console E3, I don't think they would have ever looked at the streaming and all this stuff. Now, I understand streaming is getting bigger, but when they talk about how they're doing all this stuff, and they're wanting people to play it on all different types of platforms because of this one reason, and I'm going to end it like this. Nobody is buying their Xbox Ones. And when I mean nobody, I mean a large amount of people. They're not making enough money to justify making games just for the Xbox One. So a lot of, like I said, propaganda channels out there, a lot of YouTubers that don't understand, or they just can't pull their head out of their own ass. The reason why they're giving these games to PC gamers and mobile gamers and everybody else, and they want to stream it off TVs and everything else, is because nobody's buying their console, which their games were only at one point in time only on. So now that they're moving these games away from the Xbox console platform, they can reach more people, therefore make better games. More people will buy their games and possibly come back to them. It's a software company selling pretty much software. They are a hardware company too with their console, but let me tell you the facts. Microsoft hasn't been profitable. Really, the Microsoft has, but the Xbox division is not the best profitable market for what they're wanting to do for the future. That is a fact. You guys can look that up. The reason why they're selling all these things over and over to PC, and they're trying to sell to keyboards and get all these people hyped and bring it to mobile and stream, is because if they're the first ones to do it, everybody's going to jump on board, and they may become a service to where you can play possibly, and I'm not saying it is going to happen. I'm not saying that it will happen, and I'm not saying, oh, Sony would never do that. I'm just saying 5 to 10 years from now, Sony may be making some games and not everybody's going to be buying their console, possibly. And if they can get more eyes on their games by putting it in a streaming service, and let's say the Xbox Xcloud's like the next Netflix or the next big-time streaming service, and all these gaming companies will pay Xbox or Microsoft to stream their games on. And it's kind of like Steam. They'll put all their games on there, and you can pay a subscription service for it. Now, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying 10 years from now, we don't know. So that's one of the biggest things that I see positive that could come from this is if you want to play anywhere on any platform, this could be the best way eventually. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it could be eventually. Now, I'm not speculating. I'm not or I'm not, I'm pretty much speculating. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say I'm not speculating. I'm not going to say that's a fact because we don't know where they're going to be at in 10 years. And like I've said before, and I'm going to end it, I know. I love you very much, but I'm going to end it. PC gaming, you can play Microsoft games on it. You can play Nintendo games on it. You can play PlayStation games on the PC. There's a couple exclusives that aren't on there from the PlayStation to the PC, but it doesn't mean you can't get them. It doesn't mean there's not a way to get them. So, pretty much all these companies are trying to do is still stay relevant compared to a PC and all the other streaming devices. And eventually, like I've said in numerous videos, and I hate to say it, because I like consoles and I like collecting and I like the physical media. Trust me, I do. These companies are going to slowly and surely go the PC route because they know more people are leaving and jumping ship, no matter what one YouTuber, game console fanboy wants to tell you. That's what's happening. There's a reason why they're getting a bigger Ryzen CPU. There's a reason why they're getting these next-gen things. They're trying to keep up with the console gamers, or excuse me, the PC gamers with their NVIDIA chips and AMDs. Think about it. That's why they're all integrating all this stuff. And they're eventually going to make consoles to where why would you buy a console? If you're just going to be able to stream the game and you have a PC, why don't you just stream it there? That, in a way, is helping their business, but also shooting their business in the foot. Because they were trying to sell consoles, and I think at a point in time where they realized, we're not going to win this war, let's make something for everybody. If everybody wants to play streaming devices, or if everybody wants to play on our console, that's why they're going to have multiple different versions of consoles and streaming devices. It's because they're trying to hit all targets. But a lot of people have been burned many of times by all these corporations that do this. That's why they jumped to PC, because they're used to playing on a 60 hertz, 120 hertz, but we've already went through that conversation. Most consoles can't push 120 hertz at all. Actually, they don't. So 60 hertz, 60 frames. Most people that go from a 4K 55-inch to a 24 to 27-inch Alienware, BenQ, Asus, Asus, 240 Pro Hertz, 144 FreeSync, they see the difference. They see, oh my God, this is what games are supposed to look like. And that's just my opinion. But I'm just telling you, if I don't know what I'm talking about, look at the stats. Look at it. Google how many people play PC. Look at how many people switch from console to PC every year. And I'm not telling you guys to. I still play on console as well and PC. I'm just stating that these corporations, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft to be exact, or Xbox division, whatever you want to call it, they're taking as much money as they can from you until it's finally just no longer available. That's why they make 13 different revisions, and they make different bundles with the game thrown in, and they make all these other add-ons and accessories and right here, and they do that because that's their product name. They're making money. And I hate to sound like I'm fanboying for the PC, because I'm not. I'm just stating that eventually their time will come up to where they're out. And they're trying to get as much as they can before they leave. So anyway, I thank you very much. I appreciate you guys always watching my channel, and always, even if you don't, like the video, hit the dislike button. Let me know down in the comments what I need to do better, or what I'm wrong about, or what you disagree with me on, and I'll talk to you about it. And I'll give you guys my opinion. I want to hear from you guys. That's how this channel is. I'm an open book. I don't delete comments. I don't block people. All I'm stating is, if you guys have a problem with some of the videos I do and I need critiquing, let me know what I need to change. Let me know what I'm missing out on. And if I state something wrong, for goodness sakes, please let me know. Send me a link. Fact check me. Please, because sometimes I do say some wrong things, and I'll own up to it. But if you guys are new to this channel and you want to support Game Over 86, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and share this video with somebody that you may know that wants to hear about this stuff going forward. I will see you guys on the next video. I love you very much. Do a good deed. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. I love you. Peace.